Yes, yes. We here. We here now. Yes, sir. Trade deadline. I'm gonna be here for the next, I guess, 3 hours. Be here till about just after 3:15. We can get started with this shit. And we can talk about the trades that already has went down. Oh, they got the Pat McAfee shit on. Trying to watch Get Up, man. I mean, NBA TV seemed to be talking about the trades that have already went down. I'm trying to see like what's going up. I mean, we could talk about what's already went down. I got my trade deadline grades later on today. I'm really excited about this. It's going down. All right, so the last trade that went down was a mid pack. Milwaukee is trading Patrick Baldwin Jr. in cash to San Antonio. Brother, ooh. Brother, ooh. Yeah, I mean, another body, basically. Milwaukee's having a mid trade deadline. I thought they were going to do better than Kyle Kuzma. I don't know what they were thinking. You see, PJ Tucker got traded to his third team in 5 days. That is ridiculous. That is wild as hell. I can't. I really can't right now, bro. Hmm. Like, imagine getting traded 3 times in 5 days. You don't even know where you're going to go because every 5 seconds you get reminded of you got traded again. Where? To China. What? China? But as it currently stands, PJ Tucker's a member of the Toronto Raptors now. Then Davion Mitchell heading to the Miami Heat. Hey, that's a good little pickup right there. I would have thought that Miami would have got gone after Dennis Schroeder because you know, Utah is in a spot where they're gonna probably buy Dennis Schroeder out. A team that needs to take advantage of the buyout market is the Golden State Warriors. I still don't think with Jimmy Butler that's enough. I don't think that's enough. So I see that Chet Holmgren is coming back. So what does OKC do? Do they start Holmgren and at the four and Hartenstein at the five, or do they run Hartenstein off the bench like a six man? I mean, me, it just depends on the opponent for me. Different lineups, different teams. OKC has a complete team, though, man. They do. I mean, they have a complete squad. It's going to be tough to take OKC out, but one team that possibly can, especially now, is Dallas. More on that in a moment. But Chet Holmgren coming back, scary hours. How did y'all feel about Dalton Connect though? That was a big shocker to me. I can't believe they gave up on I can't believe they gave up on Dalton Connect that fast. I think the Lakers are going to probably regret it once they see him playing alongside LaMelo Ball and those boys in in Charlotte. Now, them getting Mark Williams was a good pickup for their future because that's what pretty much this whole trade deadline has been about mostly. It's the same reason, why you know, the Lakers went and got Luca because they knew that LeBron James was out he's going to be retiring soon. So why not get a franchise player? I know the Lakers had to be shocked. I know Rob Pelinka had to be shocked when he got that call because this Luca trade is the most shocking trade of all time. It's the most surprising trade of all time, and it's probably the most unexpected trade of all time because nobody woke up and said that Luka Doncic was going to be a Laker and Anthony Davis was going to be a Maverick. There's guys like Klay Thompson that went to Dallas to play with Luka Doncic. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. But yeah, I was shocked about that, bro. Like I couldn't believe it. I mean, Cam Reddish is one thing. They did get they traded away a 2031 pick. Very interesting. But Mark Williams has a lot of potential. I like the pickup for them, for the Lakers. He's a decent shot blocker and, you know, got to develop offensively though, the back to the basket, the hook shot left and right, possibly maybe a mid-range jumper, 15, 14 feet. Yeah, but Mark Williams I didn't even know he was averaging 15 and not and almost 10 rebounds a game. Jesus. Like I said, I knew Mark Williams was going to be a good player. But Dzam. But bruh. Brandon Ingram to the Raptors, that was not on my bingo card. But I don't think Brandon Ingram's going to stay in Toronto. I highly doubt it. I don't think he's going to stay in Toronto. I mean, unless he's content with having his own team, I don't see Brandon Ingram staying in Toronto. If he signs an extension, I'd be shocked. I'd give it a 10% chance at the most that he stays there because this is crazy. I mean, Ingram has a chance to showcase himself. He's going to be on a bad team. So, him alongside Grady and Scotty Barnes and RJ Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, that's not necessarily a bad lineup, especially if you're talking about young and competitive teams for the future. I mean, I can see why Ingram maybe might want to stay because he'll have more control over the situation over Toronto than anywhere else. But if Brandon Ingram wants to win, staying in Toronto is not the move. So, I mean, I think he's on the last year of his contract and he'll be a free agent. And he'll probably be the hottest free agent if he decides to become a free agent. I mean, we got 2 hours. Let's see what teams are willing to pull off in the final hour. This is what I'm here for, the final hour. And then, you know, I'm going to go ahead and record the trade deadline grades of 2025, which I'm really excited about. And then I'm still working on that top 50 NBA players list. It's really tough with all these injuries right now on ranking particular players. That's been the that's been a real problem for me ranking these players because all of these people get hurt and, despite having these wonderful stats. But however, let's talk about the Pelicans acquiring Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk and one first round pick and one second rounder. Um, those are good pieces for next season because here's why. Obviously, the Pelicans have been dealing with injuries the entire season. You know, they have. They've been dealing with injuries all year. Herb Jones is gone. DeJounte Murray's out for the season with a torn Achilles. Zion's been in and out of the lineup. Ingram had been in and out of the lineup. CJ, the only one that's been healthy for that team. But Dallas GM, shh, he's been the man so far. I mean, but he had to do something crazy. I mean, I'm still in shock about this Luca shit. Mad shock. But New Orleans next season, if they keep Olenek and if they keep Bruce Brown, and if they could stay healthy for at least 50 to 60 games, all of them, they can make the playoffs. Now that the New Orleans domino has fallen, now a team like Golden State, like San Antonio, even a team like Portland, who's been quietly balling, could sneak in that final 10th spot. No one's talking about how good Portland Trailblazers are playing, which is not shocking. I mean, they're being coached by my boy Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups been underrated. But yeah, dog, like this is going to be an interesting trade deadline. It's already been fired. It's already been full of shock. But now, but yeah, man, this is very interesting, man. It's been a very good trade deadline. I'm excited to see these next 2 hours, like what exactly is really going to happen. Because we don't start hearing about trades rolling out until closer to the deadline because these teams are getting their last minute offers done. Yeah, man. So, do you think the Warriors will acquire Nikola Vucevic? I truly think that they will. And I think it's only a matter of time before they do so. I mean, they have to keep up with everybody else. All right, let's look at more trades that have already gone down. Let's see. Bucks are sending DeLon Wright and cash to the Knicks for Jericho Sims. I mean, I don't even know if the Knicks are going to even play DeLon Wright. They got a lot of guards, you know what I'm saying? They got Landry Shamet, they got Cam Payne, they got Tyler Kolig, they got Jalen Brunson, they got Miles McBride. I don't see how Wright would get into the mix. Now the Bucks getting Jericho Sims, that's a good pickup. That's a good lightweight pickup because the Bucks they don't necessarily have like an athletic center. Like Brooke Lopez is a slow, old, traditional center, and then they've been playing Bobby Portis as a backup five. So getting a lob threat like Jericho Sims, it definitely helps the Bucks, especially when they're on the fast break. Because usually when it's Lopez and them, Dame has to slow the damn game down and shit. So a guy like Sims could help their lineup for sure. So the Bucks get it, that's a good move. So Jimmy Butler, Golden State Warriors. That's the pickup I've been talking about for like a year and some change now. You know what I'm saying? I knew Jimmy Butler was going to be a Warrior at some point, but I didn't know they were going to re-sign him to all that goddamn money. I thought this was going to be like a 2-year rental, but they gave him 2 more years on the current contract that he has and 121 million. Desperation's a motherfucker. They had to make a move at least. But my gut is telling me by 3 p.m. that Nikola Vucevic will be a Golden State Warrior. That's my prediction. If he doesn't get there, the market for centers is kind of low here because Valanciunas is off the market. He's gone. So who would the Warriors pursue then? If, Mark Williams is off the board, Valanciunas is gone. Those were 2 players that I predicted that they would get if Vucevic fell through because they couldn't, Golden State tried to get Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic together in a deal, but it didn't work out. So Miami gets Andrew Wiggins and Kyle Anderson. I like it, man. Miami gets a somewhat of a two-way player, somewhat. Wiggins' defense is above average, and he scores when he feels like it type shit. But there was more pressure on him in Golden State than there is going to be in Miami. So him going alongside Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, I mean, Miami could win a couple of games in the first round of the playoffs, but highly likely, I think Miami's definitely going to make the playoffs now. Because I had questions and concerns about Miami, but I think they're going to be fine. I think they're going to be probably 6th or 7th in the Eastern Conference. But Wiggins is going to help Miami. Miami plays traditional basketball. Yeah, man. That's going to be a very interesting situation in Miami. But Jimmy Butler helps in Golden State. They add some grit on the wing. They needed a wing player that was aggressive, you know what I mean, on both ends of the court. And Jimmy Butler can be that when he's serious and engaged. All that circus act bullshit that he was doing in Miami and Philly and Chicago, it was wild. I see they're talking about Chicago is going to make another move. I mean, obviously, Vucevic is one. So they're talking about Kobe White and Vucevic possibly being moved, but Vucevic especially. He's definitely going to get moved. I mean, if you watch Nikola Vucevic in Orlando, I think that he can provide those vibes for Golden State. Okay, so Dennis Schroeder to Utah. I think I already talked about that. If I didn't, then I'll talk about it now. But Dennis Schroeder going to Utah, he's going to be a buyout candidate. Like, what team should pick up Dennis Schroeder? Like, what team? I mean, me personally, he should go back to the Nets, low key. He was balling over there, and I think him and D'Angelo Russell would light shit up. But a person that two people on the Nets that haven't been moved that should be moved, Cam Thomas and Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson's a hot name. I'm surprised he hasn't been traded yet. And I think Cam Thomas should be a prime trade candidate. Like maybe a contender or somebody like that. I would see somebody like Minnesota. I like to see somebody like Minnesota pick up Cam Thomas and Cam Johnson in a deal. Because I've discussed this before on the channel. I do have like my mock trades playlist on there. You can just look through my public playlist on YouTube. King No NBA Music Talk on YouTube for my Twitch followers. King No 07 for my Twitch followers. All right, and then Lindy Waters and Josh Richardson going to the Pistons and Kenya Martin Jr. As a Pistons fan, I mean, I like the move because everybody needs a 10th man, 11th man, and a 12th man. Those are what those guys are going to be. They are here to help out Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley. They're here to help them out. I mean, I like Lindy Waters. Like from what I seen the first half of the season from Lindy Waters, he can shoot that motherfucker. He's cold. Josh Richardson can play some defense, streaky shooter. KJ Martin, fits what Detroit's trying to do with JB Bickerstaff. He can get, he's a he's a fast player, and he's a lob threat. Kind of underrated as far as scoring as is concerned. KJ can play. I just think that Kenya Martin also said this, like on Gil's Arena, that his son, just like every other NBA player, long as you go to the team that caters to your skill set, a team that believes in you, a team that'll commit to you, then you'll work out. And I think that's probably what's going to happen with KJ in Detroit. Let's talk about Jonas Valanciunas going to the Kings. Man, the Zach LaVine thing did not work out last night. We'll talk about that in a minute. But Jonas Valanciunas going to the Sacramento Kings. I love this move. And they got him for a G League player and 2 second-round picks. That was a super finesse. because Jonas Valanciunas went to Washington for the low to showcase himself for other teams so that they can pick him up. But I love the deal for Jonas because Sabonis is playing out of position in Sacramento. Like I watched the game last night. Like he's not really a traditional center. He's a power forward masquerading as a center. And I think, them starting Monk, Levine, DeRozan, Sabonis, and Valanciunas, against the teams that are like OKC and Dallas, they match up well. Only problem with Sacramento as a whole is defense. But again, we'll talk about that too on this live while we wait for trades to come in. We're going to discuss the trade deadline as it is. But I love the Jonas move. Either he's going to be the backup to DeMontis or start alongside him in certain games. I mean, I like the make of Sacramento offensively, but defensively is where they're in trouble. But City Sizosko in Washington, I think he'll get more of an opportunity to come off the bench, and play some basketball. Like Sizosko is still relatively not fully developed as an NBA player yet. And I think that he's going to be a decent addition to Washington. The Pelicans getting Daniel Tice was fire. That was an excellent move. That's a great move. That was a great move. I love that move actually. Because now, just in case, I'm trying to remember something. Just in case Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren get hurt again, Daniel Tice could fill in. And Daniel Tice is a very versatile center. Like he can shoot mid-range jumpers, hit an occasional three. He's 6 fouls. He can be a dirty player at times. And he's an okay shot blocker. So I definitely like that pickup for the OKC Thunder. I'm surprised that Boston traded Jaden Springer. That was a shocker right there. I was not expecting that. Not at all. They traded Jaden Springer to the Rockets. The Rockets, man. They're a scary team. On paper, the Rockets are a very talented roster, arguably the most talented roster in the league. I mean, you got youth, you got veterans, and then from what I've seen from Jaden Springer this season, I like his improvement. He improved his jump shot a lot. His defense was always there. He was always an interior and a perimeter defender, ever since he was in Tennessee. Jaden Springer's a player that I definitely was looking forward to seeing do well in the league. But now he gets to play with a hungry Rockets team full of dogs. Van Vliet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun, Steven Adams, maybe, Amin Thompson. Like, that's a great pickup. And sometimes you don't need the blockbuster trade. You just need like one small trade. A simple swap can change a team from a playoff contender to a championship contender. And that's just one of those moves. So let's talk the Kyle Kuzma, Chris Middleton trade. I was not a big fan of that trade. I didn't like the trade. I felt like Milwaukee could have traded Chris Middleton for a better player. I think Middleton, even at the current state of what he is right now, is still a better overall player than Kyle Kuzma. I mean, Kuzma's good, but he's been pretty mid this season. Like in the seasons past, like the first two seasons in Washington, he was really good. But maybe he could get back to where he was on the Lakers, on the Bucks. But me, I have to see it, man. Kyle Kuzma has a lot to prove. I mean, I understand that he's an NBA champion, but so is Chris Middleton. And I wonder, do y'all think that he's going to play a game for the Wizards? I mean, Chris Middleton could be the veteran voice in the locker room, maybe. I think he signed a contract extension not too long ago. So wherever he goes, he's either stuck at or maybe the Wizards buy him out. So what if the Wizards buy him out? Who should pick him up? I think the Detroit Pistons should pick Middleton up, in my opinion. I think that would be a good look for the Detroit Pistons to have yet another veteran player that's on a rising stars type of team. But as of right now, Middleton's a Wizard. And brother, brother, yeah, I don't like the move for Milwaukee. And I don't like people that are calling Giannis Dame and Giannis Dame and Kuzma a big three. Stop that. They're a big 2.5. Nothing more. I'm not a big fan of the Kuzma move. I don't like it because I felt like they could have got somebody better than Kuzma. Is Kuzma a top 100 NBA player in the world right now? I don't even know if he's that. He's going to have to prove that. He's going to have to prove critics like me and people who critique him wrong. I don't think the Bucks got better with that trade. I'd like the Jericho Sims pickup more than I like the Kuzma pickup. But the Bucks had concerns about Chris Middleton's health. That's why they traded him, and that's why they felt like, we'll downgrade for a more healthier player. Because Kuzma does stay healthy. I do give him that. And if in the right situation, he could be reliable and, he's a streaky shooter as of this season. I mean, I felt like Kuzma had a lot of potential. And his growth was somewhat stunted in Washington. But I feel like maybe Milwaukee will give him the chance to possibly compete for a title in the East. But me personally, I'm just not a big fan of that. Uh-oh, we got a trade to announce. Bling, bling. Every time I come around your city, bling, bling. What? Now that's very interesting. Okay, so we got a new trade. So the Phoenix Suns are trading Jusuf Nurkic in a 2026 first round pick to the Charlotte Hornets for Cody Martin. Oh, Cody Martin, Vasilije Micic, and the 2020 second round pick. Wow, I know I fucked that boy name up. But yes, we got a ill nigga alert. So Nurkic gets the chance to finally get into his shit because he had been he got benched by Mike Budenholzer in Phoenix. He got disrespected in Phoenix because Nurkic was put there to help Kevin Durant win a title. And once the coaching change happened, Bud lost confidence in Nurkic and benched him. So I'm surprised. And that was another guy that the Warriors could have used, Jusuf Nurkic. Now he's off the board now. So all that's left for the Warriors to go get is Nikola Vucevic. But back to this trade, though. Nurk, that's a decent pickup. You replace your young center for a veteran center, and that's not bad. He kind of fits what I think that he could literally average 15 and 9. on Charlotte, but then again, they just got Connect. So let me lower that to 12-9. So how y'all feel about Dalton Connect and LaMelo Ball teaming up? That is crazy as hell, dog. That's crazy. That's gonna be a show. I'm gonna watch more Hornets games now. But Phoenix getting Cody Martin, that's a decent pickup. I actually like the pickup. Vasilij Micic is a decent backup point guard. In the second round pick, that's all right. I don't know why Phoenix traded their first round pick. This is the first trade that has happened since we've been live. So I like Micic, man. Mitch is a dope player. He's gonna be good for that Phoenix Suns rotation. He fixed what Phoenix Suns do, and he's a good. And then Phoenix getting Nick Richards was crazy though. That was fire. That was a fire pickup. I still think Phoenix is still in the mix as far as you know the top 10 places in the playoffs. But I love this shit. That's a good trade. But I wouldn't have traded a first round pick though. Fuck out of here. But Charlotte is loaded up in draft capital, ladies and gentlemen. Now they own their first round pick in the next 7 years. They have a top 14 protected first from Miami and unprotected in 2028. They got a top two protected first from Dallas in 2027. This is Charlotte. They have a right to swap first with the LA Lakers in 2020. I mean, in 2030. And they have an unprotected first from the Lakers in 2031. And now they have a 2026 first round pick. Charlotte's future is bright. Now, whether LaMelo Ball is a part of it, stay tuned. Because now they got all these first round picks. They can draft all this young talent and put it together around LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Dalton Connect, Tahani Saloon. So that Phoenix deal, that's cool. Yeah, Jusuf Nurkic going to Charlotte, play with LaMelo Ball and Dalton Connect and Brandon Miller. That's dope. That's super dope because I was questioning like who's going to play the five, and then bam. That is crazy how they disrespected Jusuf Nurkic in Phoenix, though. I didn't respect Mike Budenholzer for doing that, but maybe they just didn't get along. It happens, man. You could get benched on one team and you could be highly regarded on another. That's the NBA for you. Here today, gone tomorrow, type shit, type shit. Wow. Jusuf Nurkic is in Charlotte with Dalton Connect. Yo, man, I seen Dalton Connect's potential, dog. I'm just writing all this shit down for the trade deadline grade show that I'm about to record after this. Oh yeah, my podcast is Kingdom Uncensored. I'm located on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Yeah, so it seems like but yeah, this was a decent first blood. I mean, from a technical standpoint, Milwaukee drew first blood at the deadline, low key, by trading Patrick Baldwin Jr. to San Antonio. If we want to be technical, yeah, because right now, I'm sorry, I took my eyes off y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was just writing this shit down. So let's get back to the other trades that have went down. Yeah, I guess NBA TV is where all the updates are going to be at. So then, I get notifications from Sham Sharania on my phone. So that's how I'm able to be on point through X. I can't believe Twitter is now X. Like, I'm getting old, G. I'm really an uncle now. I've been an uncle, but still, I'm really up now. And oh yeah, I forgot about AJ Johnson going to the Wizards. I felt like AJ Johnson was a second round pick, and I felt like Johnson was drafted a bit too early because he was still a young buck. You know what I mean? He's still a young buck. You know what I mean? I felt like he was a second rounder. That's just me. I caught a lot of shit for saying that. How do I? So how y'all feel about the Quentin Grimes and Caleb Martin swap? I mean, honestly, I love the swap because Dallas getting Caleb Martin, you get a guy that can create his own shot, hit open jump shots, defend the other team's best player. Both that's crazy that both Martin twins got traded today. Oh well, got traded during the trade deadline. I let me correct myself. And then, Quentin Grimes going to the Sixers. This gives him an opportunity to help the Sixers get one of the final play-in spots because they're a little bit behind in the standings due to the injuries to podcast Paul George and Joel Embiid and playoff PP. Philly. I feel bad for Philly fans. I really do because you want players to be there, you want players to compete, you want players to be healthy and at their best. Because I had Philly being a top two team in the East. That shit is dead now. Then, now let's talk about De'Aaron Fox. The trade that sent De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin to the Spurs, the Kings, Zach LaVine, 3 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks, and then the Bulls acquiring Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Herter, and a 2025 pick. De'Aaron Fox looked good last night with the Spurs. I knew when he arrived in San Antonio that he was going to be a fucking problem. When he was playing in Sacramento with all those guys, it looked kind of cluttered, so to speak. It looked cluttered. It didn't look amazing. It didn't look great to me. So De'Aaron Fox, he put on a clinic last night. I'm excited for San Antonio. Like they're going to rise up in the standings. I think they could be 6, 7, or 8 in the West. They have that potential. They're really that good on paper. You get a 20-point score alongside Victor Wembanyama, who can pass and who can rebound, who's an underrated rebounder as well. Now, the Kings Zach Levine project, that was not good to watch last night. I watched the Kings play last night, and I was disappointed in Zach Levine. Zach Levine was definitely Whack Levine last night because I do call him Whack Levine when he's not playing to his full potential. I do call that nigga Whack Levine. I do. But yeah, Zach, bro, he was disappointing last night. And when the Kings are going to run into this problem in the playoffs, the Kings can beat a team that has offense and no defense. But then when you got to play a team that can play offense and that can stop you, that's when the Kings are in trouble. Even with the Jonas Valanciunas pickup, I still think Sacramento needs to shop around for a perimeter defender and a shot blocker, like a true shot blocker. I mean, they need to get JaVale McGee back. That could have been the player right there, but they didn't do right by JaVale McGee a couple years ago when they did get him because he was supposed to be the guy that blocks shots, and that's the lob threat. If Sacramento had Yves Missi from the New Orleans Pelicans, they'd be a problem. But yeah, I was disappointed in Sacramento last night against the Orlando Magic. This is a team that plays defense and offense that can stop them. Then the Bulls, as far as them acquiring Zach Collins, Trey Jones, and Kevin Huerter, Trey Jones is going to be a good NBA pro one day. He's going to be a good NBA pro. I mean, they have him as a backup point. Zach Collins, I mean, could he start? Nah, I don't think so. I think Bucelis is settled into possibly being the starting four for the Bulls because the Bulls, I don't know what the fuck Chicago's doing. I think Chicago is probably the worst organization in basketball. Zach Collins is a dirty player. We all know this. I think he's top 10 dirty players in the NBA. And for Chicago to get a guy like that, he can play the five too. Like with them possibly getting rid of Vucevic, they're going to need a five. So, a guy that'll body slam you every time you go to the fucking rim is a good pickup. I like the Herter pickup. Herter could be the sixth man for the Bulls, could join Josh Giddey and Kobe White, maybe. And they get their own 2025 first round pick back. So that's what's up for Chicago in that deal. Chicago is definitely going to fall out of the standings. But then again, I don't know. Josh Giddey is a good player. Buzelis, he looks good. I knew he was going to be good. I already knew he was going to be nice in Chicago. That's what they needed right there. A guy like him. But without Zach Levine, they're not. I don't think the Bulls are going to go to the play-in. I think they're going to bottom out and possibly be lottery bound. I mean, they have their own 2025 pick back, so fuck it, tank. Whoa! Ooh, shit! We have a trade to announce, ladies and gentlemen. The Atlanta Hawks are trading for DeAndre Hunter to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Karis LeVert, Gorgas Niang, 3 second-round picks, and 2 pick swaps. Damn! Wow! I mean, Karis LeVert was already crucial for the Cavaliers. Now I guess you upgrade with the acquisition of DeAndre Hunter, who's 6'7", who could defend one through four, who could hit, he could create his own shot, who could attack the basket. Wow. So he definitely starting over Max Strus. I think Max Strus automatically moves to the bench. Now, as far as Atlanta getting Karis LeVert and Gorgas Niang, they're trying to make a playoff push. Bottom line, that's all this is about. They're trying to make a playoff push. But that's a crazy trade. So it's official, like a ref with a whistle. Wow. Cavs trying to lock that number 1 seed up, trying to get home court advantage, and this is the way to do it. Now, I thought that the Cavs were going to get Cam Johnson, but I did not see DeAndre Hunter. I knew Hunter was going to get traded, but I didn't see the Cavs. That's crazy as hell, boy. Wow. Hunter going to Cleveland? What? Wow. Yeah, Cleveland's not going, they're not coming up off that number 1 seed. That lineup of Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, DeAndre Hunter, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Then you got Max Strus moving to the bench. That's a dope ass trade. That's real dope. This is shocking. I'm not going to hold you. This is fucking crazy. Wow. I can't believe that just went down. Yeah, these are live reactions to real things, man. So I think Cleveland got that piece that you need to go to defend a Jason Tatum, a Jalen Brown. You know what I mean? A Andrew Wiggins. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Maybe a Damian Lillard. But DeAndre Hunter can play some defense and he can score and create his own shot. So major pickup for Cleveland. But Atlanta, let's talk Atlanta getting Karis LeVert and Georges Gorgas Niang. Now, Karis, I'm trying to think, like, do they even have like a legit number two? Because correct me if I'm wrong, he would start automatically for Atlanta. Because it would be him, Karis, Ricochet. Oh, wow. DeAndre Hunter to the Cavs. Woo! That's a big trade, ladies and gentlemen. That's a you know, it's not, Hunter's not a superstar, but I tell you this, he gonna help them lock up that number one seed. The home court is going through Cleveland this year, god damn it. Now let's switch gears. Let's go back to the Luka Doncic deal. Now, me personally, I think the Lakers, I mean, currently the Lakers are what, like 5 or 6 in the West right now? The Lakers are fifth right now in the West. So they're already fifth. Now, I do understand that it's going to take time for Luka and LeBron to get chemistry, but I think that Lakers team could win a round of the playoffs. It just depends on who they face. Now, who do the Lakers want to face in the West? They want Memphis because, the Lakers got Memphis number. Like, Memphis has always been unable to figure out the Lakers. But here's the problem, though. You swap AD out, who is a force of nature on his own, for Luka Doncic. Now, Luka Doncic, when you run the pick and roll on him and the actions, Luka Doncic gets exposed defensively. So, say for example, okay, Desmond Bane gets a shot to go one-on-one with Luka. Same thing with Ja. Same thing with even Jaren Jackson. But until then, the Lakers got Memphis number. You know what I'm saying? So I would want them. Houston doesn't have much experience as an overall unit, but Ime Udoka does. And I think that Ime Udoka can outcoach JJ Redick, in my opinion. So I don't know if I want Houston. I for damn sure don't want Denver because right now, if the playoffs were to begin right now, the Lakers would play Denver. And Denver has always had LA's number, because now Jokic, he'll kill Mark Williams. He will murder him. It's murder. Murder in there. Mark Williams can't do nothing about that. And then who gonna check Aaron Gordon? Who gonna check MPJ? LeBron can't check him. Who gonna check Jamal Murray? Luka can't check him. Gabe Vincent can't check him. Denver's a team that I don't want if I'm the LA Lakers at all. Los Angeles Clippers, I mean, they beat the shit out of them 2 days ago without Luka. So that's another team that I would want to play. I don't want Minnesota. I don't want Dallas. I don't want Sacramento. I don't know if I even want Phoenix, as bad as their defense is. And last, but totally not least, I for damn sure don't want to fuck with SGA in them. No. I don't think any team would want to play the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs except Cleveland or Boston. Wow. I still can't believe that Luka Doncic and LeBron James are teammates. But as far as Dallas made out. You get AD, who is a top 10 player. I could say at 10, it's possible, right? Got Kyrie. I think Kyrie is a top 10 player also, probably at 9. Because Kyrie been balling this season. Like, I don't know why people sleep on Kyrie. Like, Kyrie not being an all-star is a slap in the NBA's face, man. Like, I don't know why they sleep on Kyrie. They be holding Kyrie, bro. But Kyrie, one of the 10 best players in the game. Dude got the skill set, underrated defense, underrated rebounder, just an underrated point guard. But yeah, now you got Luca, Clay, PJ, AD, Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively. But yeah, man, this is wild. This is wild as fuck, man. Then you still you keep Spencer Dinwiddie too. You still got Najee Marshall. You add Caleb Martin. You add Max Christie. Dallas Mavericks will be a top 3 seed in the West. Book it. If healthy. If healthy, though. They all got to be healthy in order for this to happen now. It can't be like this nigga this night, that nigga that night, that nigga that night. No. They all have to be there. Lively included. I had predicted that Dallas would be a top 3 seed regardless of where of whether Luka's there or whether AD is there. The Max Christie pickup is very underrated. Jazz, oh yeah, the Mavericks got a first round pick too. Ooh, they got Luca for the low. You know, Rudy Gobert was traded for 4 first round picks. Mikal Bridges was traded for 5 first round picks. Luka Doncic, 1 first round pick, and Anthony Davis. Crazy. Jalen Hood Shafino on Utah. Hopefully he gets the clock in Utah. Utah got a lot of guards. Like Jordan Clarkson should be a hot name. You know, I heard the Pistons were pursuing him. I hope they get him. Mr. Square Up, Mr. Squabble Up, Squabble Up. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, man. Jalen Hood Shafino. I think that's going to be tough for him to get time with all those guards there. Utah's going to have to make multiple moves to get a lot of those guards up out of there because they're heavy. They're top heavy at guard. So, what about the Clippers getting Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills? Because obviously PJ Tucker and Mo Bamba are no longer members of the Utah Jazz, so we can't talk about them. And Mo Bamba is out there. Mo Bamba will be a good pickup for a lot of teams. The Lakers should go get him back. Why not? Then Drew Eubanks going to the Clippers. Now, Drew Eubanks is top 15 dirty. Yo, what's good? What's good, Untamed? Just fucking with the trade deadline shit. Just waiting on more news to come about. Just discussing the previous trades that were done. You know, the DeAndre Hunter Trade news just happened. You know, he just got traded to Cleveland. Cleveland, they got that number one seed locked. Yeah, because I'm watching NBA TV. I'm not watching all the other channels. I mean, yeah, that boy Shams, man. I mean, Shams may not be Woj, but Shams is his own man. Much respect to him. But Drew Eubanks, let's go going back to the Clippers requiring Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills. Eubanks is a top 15 dirty player in the NBA. He has 6 fouls. He'll foul the shit out of you. He gets dunked on a lot too. He gets dunked on a lot too. But he's an okay player. Patty Mills, I have yet to see Patty Mills make an impact in years. Like Patty Mills makes more impact overseas during the Olympics than he does in the NBA. But I think the Clippers are completely disrespecting Bones Highland's existence. Like Bones Highland deserves more respect. Like you brought in a player that does the exact same things that Bones Highland does. And that's very unfortunate. I mean, if y'all don't like Bones Highland, fucking trade him. The deadline is today. Trade Bones Highland somewhere. I think Bones Highland been done dirty his entire career. Like his first team, the Nuggets, they threw him away like yesterday's garbage. But yeah, man, this is fucking crazy, dog. I wonder what the next bomb is gonna be. We still got an hour left until the 3 p.m. trade deadline. I'll stay on with y'all another 15 minutes, but I gotta go. But yeah, man, the Hunter, the Hunter joint. I was not expecting that. I knew Hunter was gonna get traded, but to Cleveland. So candidates that have not been traded yet that are still available. Nikola Vucevic is probably the number one guy. I still think that hey man, what if Nikola Vucevic went back to the Orlando Magic? That's a team that I think can steal Nikola Vucevic from Golden State. This is insane. I could not believe this shit. All these deals going on. But Vucevic is the best player available that is on the trade block. I feel like Cam Johnson is a hot name as well. That's on the block. A person that I feel like is not a hot name that should be on the block is Cam Thomas. I'm surprised teams have not called the Brooklyn Nets about Cam Thomas. This dude is a good player. He can get you 20 easily. I mean, some would say he should stay in Brooklyn, but I feel like he could help a team like Minnesota, Golden State, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, a name that should be hot is Paul George. Paul George should be traded. The Sixers should trade. I mean, can Embiid be traded? If Joel Embiid could be traded, Sixers need to handle that right now. Need to get what you could get for him. That dude just had a triple double the other night. That dude just had a triple double the other night. He should be moved ASAP. Straight like that. I mean, Embiid and Paul George, I think the Sixers need to cut bait and make this Tyrese Maxey's team and build a better team around Tyrese because Tyrese is carrying that team. Oh, his aching back. Pause. But Gershon Yabusele, I'm surprised he hasn't been moved either because a lot of teams have been inquiring about Gershon. Joel Embiid contract is terrible. Yeah, Embiid's going to be a tough name to move. I can't believe the Sixers gave him all that money despite knowing what was happening with him. That was crazy. I still can't believe the Raptors got Brandon Ingram. That is wild. Bulls already talked about Vucevic. Cavs. Pistons. Surprised the Pistons didn't make a bigger move than Lindy Waters and Josh Richardson and KJ Martin. I thought that they would go after somebody like Jordan Clarkson, um, maybe even as crazy as Zion Williamson. I'm surprised. They were talking about Lonzo Ball, but the Bulls ended up re-signing him, so he got off the board. Then Jonas Valanciunas was a guy that I wanted to see them with. He got picked up. So then the last man left is Clarkson. So will Detroit make another move to improve their roster? I hope so. As a Pistons fan, I hope so. Indiana Pacers. I don't know, man. Tyrese Halliburton fell off. I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the block. They're probably going to keep him though. They're stuck with him. I think they paid him a lot of money. So, Milwaukee Bucks, I'm kind of disappointed in them. I thought they would get a better player than Kuzma. I mean, it's still time. Denver was said to be active at the trade deadline, but they have not made any moves. I mean, obviously, teams have been calling them about Michael Porter Jr. and Michael Malone said that they're not trading Michael Porter Jr. Period. Point blank. But the Nuggets, if I were to make a move, I would go after possibly maybe Jordan Clarkson. That would be a guy. A Colin Sexton, maybe upgrade. I mean, obviously Utah's not giving up Walker Kessler, unless it's for a high price. OKC, what happened to OKC's pursuit of Cam Johnson? What happened with that? I thought that they would go and get him. I mean, they ended up getting Tice, which is good. Portland definitely not trading nobody now. Portland's balling. Utah, I would have thought that, Colin Sexton would be out of there. Mm. Um, yeah, man. What happened to Utah making moves? Golden State got a move to make. Phoenix. It seems like Phoenix is backing out of making moves because there was a heavy rumor about Kevin Durant returning to the Golden State Warriors. Turns out that fell through because Kevin Durant does not want to go back to Golden State. He wants to play for his hometown team in Washington. I don't know why. When he wants to retire a Wizard, I don't know why. He said if the Wizards get another star there, he'll go over there. Just like typical Kevin Durant shit to me. This Bill Booker and Durant thing is not working out so far. I mean, currently as it stands, the Suns sit at the 10 seed, and guess who's tied for 10th with them? The Golden State Warriors. That San Antonio record of 22 and 26, that's going to be improved. I really feel like they're going to move into that 8 or 9 spot. So somebody got to fall off out of Minnesota, Dallas, Sacramento, Phoenix, Golden State, San Antonio, or Portland. I think Minnesota moves up the standings. I think that Sacramento, I think they stay within that 7 to 10. I think I think Phoenix moves down. I'm not gonna lie. I think Phoenix is in danger of missing the playoffs. Not gonna lie. Then you got Golden State and San Antonio. I say they move up the standings for sure. So I think the odd man out is either going to be Phoenix or Sacramento. One of those two teams will not make the playoffs. One of those teams will not make the playoffs. They won't. Yeah, it's between those two teams because the lack of defensive presence on both teams. I mean, Royce O'Neal's a good defender, but Phoenix does not play good defense, and neither does Sacramento. So I'm going to go with the people that play defense the least as the odd man out. I feel like the rest of the West is going to improve. Atlanta, they made a move. Miami made a move. Orlando's good where they are. I don't see them making any moves. Washington, 47 minutes until the trade deadline ends. Let's see. And then New Orleans is still trying to move Zion Williamson. Will Zion Williamson be moved at the trade deadline? Because New Orleans has been looking to move on from him, but obviously a lot of concerns about his health and his habits and his vices. I keep hearing Kevin Durant's getting traded rumors. I don't know if he's going to get traded, y'all. Just don't see it. I think the Mavericks don't need to make any more moves. They have the depth. They have the starting five. They have the bench just in case people get injured, and they can still compete. Memphis doesn't need to make a move. New Orleans, they're still trying to trade Zion. San Antonio made the move that they needed to make. I'm kind of disappointed in Boston. I'm surprised they didn't make many moves. All they literally got was a second round pick. They didn't get another rotational player to help them because you see what Cleveland just did. They're the number one team. They're like, we want to stay number one. Boston, like, we're the champs. You got to beat us. Pause. I'm disappointed that Brooklyn's not making any more moves or not making moves at the deadline because they made their move to go get D'Angelo Russell. They made their move to go get D'Lo. But the fact that Cam Johnson is still a Brooklyn net, I know why. I know why he's still there Because, man, the Nets won't lower their fucking price. They want 2 picks for this guy. 2 first-round picks. Cam Johnson not worth that. He's worth a straight first, and that's it. So that's why Cam Johnson is not being moved at the deadline because the price is too high. Lower that price, and then, maybe he could end up on a championship contender. Again, we'll recap. We'll recap every NBA team and what they've done so far at the trade deadline. Since there is no new moves to announce yet, we still got 43 minutes, and then it's like an extra 15 to 20-minute period. So Atlanta got so far. I'm going to repeat this on my trade deadline episode, just so you know. But since it's been kind of like quiet mostly, let's talk about all 30 teams and see what they did. I'm not going to give away my grades yet, though. But Atlanta acquired Karis LeVert, Gorgas Niang, 3 second-round picks and 2 pick swaps. Atlanta was activated. They wanted to do something to shake up the team. You know what I'm saying? Boston getting the second round picks is disappointing. Brooklyn not trading nobody because they're greedy. Charlotte, Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish, first round pick swap, and Jusuf Nurkic. Charlotte has had a very good trade deadline. They are the team. Charlotte currently, they're not very good. I think they're 14th in the East right now. They're 12 and 36 right now. They're not going to make the playoffs. I don't even think they're going to make. I don't think they're even good enough to make the play in. Like they would have to literally go on a 20-game win streak in order for them to even make the fucking play in. But Charlotte, I'm going to be watching more Hornets games. I want to see Dalton Connect in Charlotte. Chicago got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Herter, and a 2025 pick. Chicago is finally taking the steps to rebuild. Now all they got to do is trade Vucevic. Yo, it's 220 and Nikola Vucevic has not been traded. Wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh shit. We got a trade to announce. Ill nigga alert. Ill nigga alert. All right, so check this out. The Los Angeles Clippers are trading Terrence Mann and Bones Highland to the Atlanta Hawks for Bogdan Bogdanovic and 3 round picks. Hey, that's a good move. I just talked about, hey, if y'all been following me this long on this live, who was I talking about earlier? I was talking about how Bones Highland was disrespected by the Los Angeles Clippers. And if you don't want him here, then fucking trade him. And ladies and gentlemen, that just happened. So Bones Highland is a member of the Atlanta Hawks alongside Terrence Mann. So T Man, I'm surprised that the Clippers traded T Man though. That's insane. I'm in complete shock about that one. Atlanta is trying to get a top 8 seed instead of the 9 seed. Terrence, they need some defense over there in the ATL because they needed to replace DeAndre Hunter. So Terrence Mann is the perfect person to do so. Bones Highland is on Atlanta. Wow. He gonna go crazy. He's gonna have a great second half of the season. Book it. But T Man in Atlanta, that is something that I'm shocked about. Bogdan Bogdanovic to the Clippers, though. Yeah, the Clippers had to make that move, y'all. They had to make that move. They needed another score. Clippers are going to be impactful depending on opponent. Do I think the Lakers can beat them? I don't know. Honestly, that would be a 7-game series now. Now that you got Bogdan Bogdanovic. I was convinced earlier that the Lakers can beat the Clippers. Now you add Bogdanovic to this shit. I don't know, guys. That's a good pickup. I mean, you lose Terrence Mann, they're going to miss him. But I think the acquisition of Derek Jones, I think that made Terrence Mann expendable because Derek Jones has been balling. But yeah, now ATL has Karis LeVert, Gorgas Niang, 3 round picks, 2 pick swaps, and Bones Highland. But the question, hold on, let me see something. Were those 3 round picks that they acquired from that previous deal given to the Clippers? I guess we'll find out later. Maybe they traded 3 different second round picks. Who knows? I'm going to put 3 round picks anyway. Fuck it. Why not? Yes. Good move. Good move for both teams. Now Atlanta is reconstructing their depth. This is great. This time last year, I was discussing these trades with other people. And we still got another 30 minutes, man. I'm hyped up now. People are placing their final deals, their final guns in the chamber. So let's get back to this. So Cleveland acquired DeAndre Hunter. That was major. Dallas Mavericks acquired Anthony Davis, Caleb Martin, Max Christie in a first round pick. Oof. Yeah. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks are the biggest winners of the trade deadline. So y'all know what grade they're getting. But what A are they getting? Are they getting an A plus, an A minus, or an A? Stay tuned. I will be recording this episode right after the deadline and right after I get off this live. Now, Denver has not done anything. I'm shocked. Denver got to do something. Hey, Denver, do something. Hey, even if it's a minor trade, I mean, Denver seems to be fine with the rotation they have. They have a really good rotation. I just still think that they are one player away. You see, Detroit got Lindy Waters, Josh Richardson, and KJ Martin. Those are decent end of the bench pickups. Yeah, the Clippers get another score. Bogdanovich is like old heads don't kill me on this one. Oh, the Clippers are definitely in the playoffs. Clippers are definitely heading back to the playoffs. That's a no-brainer. And they have insurance in case Harden or Kawhi get hurt. They got a bunch of guys that can mesh well together on the court. You know, you still get to keep Amir Coffey too. Amir Coffey's a streaky shooter, and so is Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich, he kind of reminds me of Vinny Johnson because he could get hot. He could go on a streak where he could just demand the ball and then just start shooting. And then also another guy that Bogdan reminds me of is Mike Miller. He reminds me of Mike Miller a lot. That's another guy that used to just shoot well for Miami back in the day, and former Grizzly Mike Miller now who owns a sports agency now. Bling bling, the white Rich Paul. But Terrence Mann and Bones Highland joining Trey Young in Atlanta, major moves, man. Major moves are being made. So I told y'all, I tell y'all this all the time, and I'm gonna keep saying it until the record is broken. It's not always about the superstar trade. Sometimes you just need a few role players to help your current stars and build a dynasty or a future dynasty. The NBA is going to be dope. Them 2K updates are going to be dope. Still waiting on Golden State to make that move because all they've gotten is Jimmy Butler so far throughout this whole trade deadline. But if they don't, should be a list of names to hit that buyout market. I expect Dennis Schroeder and Chris Middleton's name to be a part of the buyout market. That's what I'm expecting at least. Houston Rockets getting Jaden Springer. That was a low key dope pickup. That's a fire pickup. You got all these young dudes in Houston. Houston got the best set of YNs in the country. Even though Ja is a YN, he one of the only YNs on that team. I'm talking about just Houston got the young cats. Indiana has not made a move. I'm surprised by that. You know, the Lakers couldn't get Miles Turner. I guess Indiana's price was too high for him. So they got Mark Williams. So that begs the question, is Miles Turner still available? They probably didn't move Miles Turner because, they lost Isaiah Jackson for the season. They lost what's the boy name? James Wiseman for the season. And then, they just picked up Thomas Bryant. So I guess Indiana didn't want to run with Thomas Bryant at the 5. So that's probably why they ain't trading Turner. Los Angeles Clippers acquired Devin Eubanks, Patty Mills, Bogdan Bogdanovich, and 3 second-round picks. I already talked about the Bogdanovich thing and Patty Mills. I say Patty Mills if he play. So now you replace Bones Highland with Patty Mills. Hopefully he gets the clock that he deserves in LA. Because now LA Clippers are competitive. Again, man, this shit is all about matchups. You could have the best team in the world, but if you meet that wrong matchup and get your ass whooped, it happens to the best of you. Now, Los Angeles Lakers, they got Mark Williams, Luka Doncic, Markieff Morris, and Maxi Kleber. I mean, Kleber might not play until the playoffs, but you do still have LeBron and Luka Doncic. You got Reeves, you got Luka, got Braun, got Jared Vanderbilt, and you got Rui Hashimura, I should say. Rui Hashimura. That's a good starting 5 that the Lakers do have. I mean, they have a decent bench with Gabe Vincent, with Markeith Morris. He's probably going to get more clock. But, yeah, man.
Yeah, the Lakers definitely need to seek free agents though. They're not good enough to go 10 deep. They do, like I said, the lineup was Luca, LeBron, Reeves, Rui, and Mark Williams. Then you got Vanderbilt. You got rid of Christie. That was a bad idea. Getting rid of Dalton Connect was stupid, in my opinion. Memphis. Oh, oh yeah, back to the Lakers. My bad. I was talking about LA. But yeah, outside of that group, it's like you get rid of Connect. So you literally only have what on the bench? Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. But their depth is not good enough to move forward. Maxi Kleber's hurt. Markeith Morris is good and all. Gabe is okay. Who the fuck is left on that team, bro? You let go of Max Christie. That was wild. Christie and Connect. But so the Lakers would have to tap into that buyout market and free agent market. Hell, go get Marcus Morris. That's a guy the Lakers should go get is Marcus. Get both twins. Get both twins. That's who the Lakers should go after. Marcus Morris is a free agent. A lot of y'all didn't know that. Memphis, they've been trying to trade Marcus Smart all deadline, and nobody seems to want him. So it's highly likely that Marcus Smart will stay on Memphis. Because I just don't see, I don't really see come on, dog. Miami got Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell, and Kyle Anderson. To be honest, this is pretty good. Not gonna lie, Davion Mitchell's gonna help Miami defend all those crazy guards in the Eastern Conference, like Garland, like Mitchell. Like Davion Mitchell is a pit bull on the defensive end, but his weakness is his jump shot. They'll just leave that nigga wide open. Mitchell works on that jumper. He can be in the league for a good 16, 17 years. Easy. And we got but this is a nasty ass trade. I guess, bro. I guess I'll announce this. I'm not. This is not exciting, so I'm not gonna say ill nigga alert. Mid. But the Atlanta Hawks are trading Cody Zeller and Houston's 2028 second round pick back to the Rockets. I'm guessing that this is so they're just trading them for free, or is gonna be more? Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. So that makes sense. All right. So Atlanta, I mean Houston picking up Cody Zeller. Question though, are they going to trade Steven Adams? Is that why they're acquiring Zeller? Or I guess they're just trying to make sure that their front court is fully established. I mean, Cody Zeller's always been mid his entire life. Dude is a super mid pack. That trade is nasty, disgusting, crazy, spooky, hilarious, crazy, very spooky, hilarious. So far, Houston has received Jaden Springer, Cody Zeller, and 2 second-round picks. All right. Well, all right. I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't have wrote no shit like that down. If I was Shams, I wouldn't have never reported this bullshit. This trade would have went super under the radar. I ain't gonna lie. That was a mid-ass trade. Now I'm disappointed in Minnesota as well. So y'all not even gonna try to move Julius Randle within the next 18 minutes? I mean, I guess Randall's playing a lot better and adjusting better to Minnesota. That's probably why they're probably not gonna move him. But me, I would have tried to move him for anything at this point. And just let Anthony Edwards get the Kobe Bryant green light. Yeah, I think Julius Randle, dog, should have been traded. I'm surprised that Minnesota didn't move him. Yeah, Minnesota, bro. Yeah, I'm disappointed in the Timberwolves, man, that they didn't make a move to help Ant Man out. New Orleans, Zion, they keep trying to say that Zion getting moved, Zion getting moved, Zion getting moved. Doesn't look like he going anywhere. Big fella not going nowhere, pause. Like, it doesn't seem like it. No. Like, if Zion gets moved, it's going to be just as shocking as possibly the Luca deal. If he happens to actually get moved. So New Orleans not even making a move is crazy. Outside of Brandon Ingram, of course. I forgot about Ingram. Shit. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yep. So New Orleans has made a move. I forgot about this. They did acquire Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, a first-round pick, and a second-round pick. These moves are for next year's team when everybody's healthy, when Zion's healthy, when DeJounte Murray's healthy, when Herb Jones is healthy. I think when all of those guys come back to the table, I think New Orleans could get one of those play-in spots next year because you got rid of Ingram. You created a lot more space for Zion to operate. And then you add another defender to go alongside Herb Jones and Bruce Brown. And you get a versatile player like Kelly Olynyk. And then getting a first round and second round pick. You did trade 2 first round picks to go get DeJounte Murray. All New York has done is get DeLon Wright. Then New York did not trade Mitchell Robinson. Wow. So I get, oh, wow. Hey, whoa. Oh, shit. Now that's a move. Now that's what I'm talking about, Detroit. So Detroit Pistons have acquired Dennis Schroeder from the Utah Jazz. I love this move. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. That's the move that I was looking for right there. I like this move now. Now we got a legitimate 6-man for real now. Schroeder and Cade and Ivy next year, they're going to go crazy. That's a major pickup. I like that for Detroit. Yeah, I kind of knew that Schroeder was going to go somewhere else. It wasn't no way that he was going to stay in Utah. Utah didn't want to buy out his contract. I see that. Now Detroit, we got the guard that we want. You know, now Sasser could slide down and be the third string point guard. Now, what do you do with him? Do you start Schroeder? I think you run him off the bench. You start Cade, Beasley, Hardaway, Harris, Duran. Then now you got Schroeder, Stewart, Holland, Martin Jr., Lindy Waters, Josh Richardson. I said Ron Holland, right? Asar Thompson. And Detroit didn't really have to give up much of anything. They ain't have to give up none of their fucking players. That's crazy. That's crazy. So they made Dennis Schroeder a part of that Jimmy Butler deal. And they just added it to Detroit's side to get the salaries to match. What up, though, Mac? Yeah, we just sitting here talking about the trade deadline and shit. You know what I mean? The Detroit Pistons just got Dennis Schroeder now. So they got Dennis Schroeder, Lindy Waters, KJ Martin, and Josh Richardson. These are good bench pieces. Now the Pistons have a legit 6-man now. Now Detroit is looking like a playoff contender to me. Barring injury, knock on wood, please keep our players safe because we already lost Ivy. That's a major pickup for Detroit. That should complete. Man, you sound like the West Coast niggas when you said that. Yo, good to see you in this chat. I thought you would have been in the other chat, but fuck it, man. You here? Oh yeah. See that? You see this, right? You see that in the background, right? You see this right here? Yeah, nigga. I know you see that shit, V. Yeah, nigga. Marcus Sasser is probably gonna still be there. He's gonna get a lot less time than he's getting, but Sasser, I don't think he's going nowhere. If he does, we're gonna get something for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Facts. We got 9 minutes left. We got 9 minutes left until the deadline's over. So who is going to be clutch? I mean, the Pistons was clutch at the end because the Pistons, I was gonna give them a C. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw that. I saw that the Lakers were trying to get Jalen Duren. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck you. Ain't giving you shit, Holmes. Fuck the Lakers. The fuck out of here. You can't get Duren. You ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing to offer to get back for Duren. Now Duren's improved. Duren's improved since, because the beginning of the season, I was worried about him. I was like, I don't know if this guy. I think we need to go get Nikola Vucevic. And now it is 2:52 p.m. and Nikola Vucevic is not traded. Wow. Nikola Vucevic staying with the Bulls? So is this going to be an off-season trade or a last-minute thing? Because, after this, I'm going to record my trade deadline grades episode. Yeah, man, but damn, dog, Golden State is dropping the ball here. Now, yes, the Jimmy Butler move is a great, excellent move, but my issue is just the simple fact that, I don't know, man. Yeah, but at the same time, dog, they ain't gonna do shit but bottom out of the lottery. That ain't shit. I mean, I like Bucelis though. Bucelis is gonna be crazy in 2 years. He's gonna be super dope. I still can't fucking believe that they signed Patrick Williams to all that money and he been a mid pack. If Patrick Williams was in Philly, he would not be in the league. He'd be in a G League. Yeah, T-Man and Bones are in Atlanta. Atlanta's having a very good trade deadline. Oh yeah, man. I got 30 videos of content on the way. The trade grades, ladies and gentlemen. How did your team do? How will I grade this shit? Shit, we got 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh your arm. I'm just saying, bro. What we gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna continue on talking about other things. OKC getting Daniel Tice. That was a good move. I like that move. I fuck with that move. That was a good pickup for OKC. I thought OKC was gonna go get Cam Johnson, but Brooklyn's greedy. They want 2 first-round picks for him. That'll never happen because he's not worth that. I'm surprised Orlando did not make any moves. Philly got a second-round pick in Quentin Grimes. That's cool. I thought Gershon Yabusele was going somewhere. I thought Denver would have came through and picked him up. But guess not. It's about time, Memphis. Brother, brother, this is disgusting. So, the Memphis Grizzlies are trading Marcus Smart and a 2025 first-round pick to the Washington Wizards in a multi-team trade that sends 2 second-round picks to Memphis. Memphis creates roster flexibility with the move. I guess nobody wanted Marcus Smart, so they were just like, fuck it, we going to trade him to the Wizards. And you know what that means. Marcus Smart will get bought out or traded again before the deadline's over. Orlando, the way that they don't look like college to me. They look like an elite pro basketball team the way they did Sacramento last night. They was whooping their motherfucking ass.
Yeah, this got me excited about basketball again, all these trades, man. I'm happy about it. Yeah, because I've been watching basketball, but I've just been watching the best game of the night. Now I want to cycle through. Oh, shit. The Los Angeles Lakers are trading Kevin Porter Jr. to the Milwaukee Bucks for Marjan Beauchamp. Wow. Straight up. So I guess they're content with Chris Dunn as the backup point guard then for James Harden. What? KPJ on the Bucks? Oh, that's fire. I like that move. Him backing up Damian Lillard. Okay, wife beater. So KPJ is a Buck now. That's fire. I guess everybody is putting in their last minute trades. We got 3 minutes left. And I'll stay on here till 3:15, but then I don't want to see man DVD, but I gotta go right now. Wow, so Marjan Beauchamp going to the Clippers. Hey, Marjan Beauchamp got some potential. He been working on his game. Damn. Ooh, role players is being moved around now. That's what I'm talking about for the last minute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's fire. I can't believe that Marcus Smart is on the Wizards now. I don't think he'll be there for long. I think he'll get bought out. Marcus Smart got to go back to the Celtics. The Celtics got to pick him up again. Marcus Smart got to get picked up by the Celtics. They owe him. They owe him a ring. That's the team that needs to pick Marcus Smart up. It's Boston. You know, like I said, the beginning of the trade deadline grades, we're going to discuss the trades that I didn't get to discuss on last night's episode. All these trades that have happened on this live will be discussed on the podcast episode. Damn, Marcus Smart need to go back to fucking Boston. That'd be dope. So Memphis gets 2 second-round picks. Everything's adding up. Yeah, man. Buyout market is going to be interesting. I think Marcus Smart is going to hit the buyout market. I think that Chris Middleton is going to hit the buyout market for sure. Them the two names that I think is going to hit the buyout market. Well, it's 3:01 right now, and the trade deadline is over. I think there's a 15-minute period where the last minute trades, come through. All right, so James Wiseman
and cash was traded to the Toronto Raptors. Okay. I mean, Wiseman, that's a perfect spot for James Wiseman. Wiseman can rebuild his career there. Hopefully he's not another Greg Oden. I kind of knew that James Wiseman was up out of there, though. Marjan Beauchamp can play. That's another. That's another. Yeah, if James Wiseman is healthy, Toronto. I think Toronto has good doctors, from what I can understand, because those are the people that managed Kawhi Leonard's injury. So yeah, that's a good place for him. So yeah, I'm gonna wait another 13 minutes and then I'm gonna be out. Because I'm sure that there is more trades to be announced. As I said, Lakers and Mavericks, the biggest winners of the trade deadline. Now the losers of the trade deadline. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Brooklyn is a big loser. Brooklyn's a loser of the trade deadline. They didn't go and make a move. They didn't acquire anything. Chicago is a big loser for sure. Chicago's a major loser. Boston, I don't know. Can I call them a big loser? They're a minor loser. Denver Nuggets are definitely big losers. Indiana's a big loser for sure. Memphis didn't do nothing but trade Marcus Smart away. Minnesota's a major loser. New York kind of is a loser. Orlando, I mean, they didn't need to make a move, but still a loser, though. Portland's a big loser, even though Portland's on a run right now. And Utah is a big loser. But other than that, everybody else, they're winning to an extent. They're winning to a degree. But the biggest move of the day was by far DeAndre Hunter going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. That was a major, major move. After this, all right, sports experts, niggas that love sports fans, right? Now is the time to say who's going to make it to the finals and all that after this period of time. But also, maybe not. There are people that are free agents right now. There are people that are on the buyout market right now. So currently, Mo Bamba is available. Mo Bamba can help the Lakers. He should go back there. All right. So Shams said that the Suns are not moving Kevin Durant. Well, duh. Everybody knew that. Once he turned down Golden State twice. But as far as the current free agents right now that are available, Bismack Biyombo could help some teams. Not gonna lie, Moses Brown can help some teams. Robin Lopez. I think that both Lopez brothers need to reunite in Milwaukee again. Keita Bates Jop would be a good pickup for somebody. Robert Covington. I am shocked that Robert Covington's available. I'm surprised Robert Covington's a free agent. That's crazy. A lot of these teams, a lot of these contenders can use him. He can hit threes and he can lock up the other team's best player. Like, that's a player that should be on a roster. Let me see who else is a free agent. I'm surprised Jalen Slauson's a free agent. He could shoot. Cole Swider? I thought he was on a team. Thanasis, ha ha ha. Marcus Morris should reunite with his brother in LA. I can see something like that happening. Reggie Bullock is out there. I heard Torrey Craig got cut. You think Megan gonna leave him? I'm just saying. Torrey Craig, yo, he needs to reunite with the Phoenix Suns. I think that's where he needs to go. I'm surprised Chris Duarte's out there. Justin Holiday's out there. Wow. Kevin Knox being out there is crazy for him to be 25 years old. And a great shooter in a league full of shooters. Nasir Little's out there. Isaiah Livers. Seth Lundy could shoot. Wes Matthews is out there. That's crazy. Damn, what happened to TJ Warren? What happened to Bubba Warren? Y'all remember Bubba Warren? Yeah, Jalen Niles out there. Buddy Boeheim. Amari Bailey is still out there. Isaiah Thomas. Somebody could call him up because he's lighting up the G League. Markelle Fultz is probably the biggest surprise to me. I don't know why he's a free agent. Markelle Fultz, I mean, Orlando don't want to fucking reunite with the nigga. Now, my short list of finals contenders or championship contenders, I should say. Let me just speak on that. My championship contenders: Dallas, Boston, Cleveland, yeah, Dallas, Boston, and Cleveland, and OKC. Yeah, Dallas. This could be the possible conference finals. Boston, Cleveland, OKC, Dallas. If healthy, that is. Because if they're not healthy, then another team is going to sneak in like Memphis or Houston, and they're going to get that conference final spot. Because, Houston and Memphis, they have to prove it. But Boston, Cleveland, Dallas, and OKC are my championship contenders. Everybody else is either a playoff contender or a lottery contender. But I guess I'm gonna leave it right here. I don't think there's any other trades coming through. I appreciate y'all for viewing me on Twitch and viewing me on YouTube. I'm gonna have to do this a lot more when I get more time. But it's King No NBA Music Talk and King No 07 on Twitch, and I'm out.